It was pretty good. We started out all right. Made up for what going out so late. I kind of messed up in qualifying. Got lucky with 12th. I pissed front or outside in the heat. We made a good start. Got to the lead. Led all 8 laps. I pissed in the redraw. We got lucky and drew the 2. That made it a lot easier on myself. So we had Willie on the front row with us, and I knew it'd be pretty tough with Willie. Was good. So. I was kind of worried going into it, even though my confidence level was so high. Went in 2 in a row here, and now being the 3rd in a row for 3 starts and 3 wins here at Placerville. So, but got to the lead first turn, and I ran the top for around 13, 12 laps, and then we got lap traffic, and I went to the bottom and started clicking off some better laps, I thought, and then the yellow came out, and I restarted on the bottom and ran the bottom for a while, and then we had another red, I think it was, and no one had got around me or got on the outside of me, and I felt like where the place I needed to be was on the bottom. After running the top so early in the race, the bottom was a little faster at the end. The curve got kind of big and tough to run, and our stuff was super good around the bottom. So we had to restart with 3 to go, I think it was, and just ran the bottom and didn't see anyone. So we won the race, and couldn't do it without everyone that helps me out and gets me here. If it wasn't for Clark working 6 days a week and Lucas working 6 days a week in the shop, we wouldn't be as good as we are. We've definitely stepped up our game this year and put in a lot of time in the shop and a lot of studying and homework, and it's paying off. We're not just running good here, we're running good everywhere, I think, compared to last year. So that's definitely helped us out. We have Merced next weekend on Saturday, and then we're going to go try our skills out back east at Knoxville. We don't expect to do stellar like we are here, but we have goals, and we want to try to achieve those goals for this year for never running out of that big of a track. So I'm excited, and I think it'd be a pretty cool experience. We couldn't do it with everyone that gets us here every weekend, and not only that would get us back there, Maximum Racing, Ryder Engines, CVC Concrete, C-Mex, Rye Helmets, and K1, and you for everything you do for me.
It was pretty good. Went out the box, pretty tight. The car wasn't at its best, but we made it work and qualified 7th. Ran 3rd in the heat race. Kind of left into the redraw. Started 4th there in the main, and just kept pushing and passed Willie towards the end of the race, and had something for Tanner, but didn't quite get it done. And good job to Tanner, and he did awesome. But CSI and Pit Stop and Tide 22 has been really working their butts off along with my team, and I mean, we came from running 6/10 off in the beginning of the year to run up front at Placerville against the best of best. So looking forward to the next couple weekends, and can't thank CSI and all those guys for helping us out. And kind of proud moment for us, but looking forward to the next race, and we'll see you there.
Eventful, kind of weird. We qualified 8th, which sounds great, but it's not with this format. We went out late. I think me and Forsberg were the only ones to even break the top 10 after like halfway through qualifying, so that's cool. Anyway, normally that would put us like not in the redraw at all unless we won the heat, and we didn't win the heat, but we magically made the redraw because everybody screwed up in front of me that qualified good. So we're horrible in the heat race. Threw a 3, started 3rd, and the bottom was not the place to be on a restart. Fell to 4th. Had another restart and got just booted out of the way by the dude in 3rd. Lack of respect sometimes, but you know, it's bull racing and we're racing hard. And Forsberg got back by me. I short slid him on, I don't know, I thought it wasn't going to clear, so I stopped halfway through, and I thought he'd rip around me in Forsberg fashion, so I don't know if I balled him up or something. If I did, sorry. I know he's points racing and I'm not. But restarted 4th with 2 to go, and then drove around, I think Croft was on the bottom, and we were just trying to make the top work, and got back to 3rd. So podium finish is great. It's nice to be back home in California with CNM Motorsports, and we're off to Merced next week with SCCT and trying to carry this momentum to that and try and get back to the lead over there.
It started off really well. We were quick time. We ended up winning the heat. Got into another guy in the heat race. Completely my fault. Fortunately for him, he stopped. I was able to keep it going. But anyhow, won the heat race and started on the pole. Actually drew the 1 hill and started on the pole and was good. track prep in the beginning. I wish we would have hot lapped it a little bit more. Really spun the tires really bad. Didn't get a good start. But we're right there in the beginning, and then I just got a little bit too free towards the end, and the yellows didn't help me because once we got going, or once we were going, I was actually catching carrot and was hoping for traffic, and then yellow came out, and then another yellow came out, and that was it. So I slid back to fourth. It's all in one piece. Hey, my guys did a good job, and that's it. We'll move on to the next race.
I feel like you could just push play on every single one of my interviews this year for hours a night. It was just a decent, mediocre, ho-hum night. This doesn't work, this doesn't run, this sucks, I suck, you suck, we all suck. I don't know. Started fifth, finished fifth. We keep throwing different packages at this thing and keep getting the same result. So what is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We're throwing different shit at this thing every week, and it's giving us the same result. So I wish we had speed and we could keep doing the same thing. But anyways, enough of me bitching and moaning. Cars in one piece, and I guess we get to go to Merced next Saturday. Yay!
Started off a little rough, just didn't get timed in good at all. Ended up 22nd quick, which is pretty unusual for myself up here. We'll take what we can get, I guess. But ended up starting 6th in the heat, got to 2nd, needed one more spot to be back in the redraw, but couldn't get there. Started 17th and just kind of worked our way through the field. The track was exceptionally well. I thought, we had 2 lines of racing, top and bottom. Big old normal P-Hill curve, and ended up 6th. So considering how the night started and how last weekend went, I'll take it. We had a really good night at the end, and just need to start a little bit further forward, I think, to get those wins. So can't thank my guys enough, Jim and Wendy and everybody else that helps us week in and week out get us to the track, Jensen Motorsports as well as Buzz Electric. So thank you.
It started off pretty good. We qualified 3rd, put ourselves in a good position to make the redraw, and started 4th in the heat. All we had to do was transfer, and we did. Drew the 6th fill, so we started 6th in the main, and ran our first half of the race until we had a yellow and lost a spot. Ended up restarting in 7th and got back to 6th, and really wished it would have went non-stop, and we had that red with 3 to go and lost another one, and ended up 7th, so wasn't too bad of a night, and bolted in the trailer.